Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to read you an article. John Durham has already won in Politico. I'll read you the headline. And you might say, well, why are you reading this when an acquittal took place? Michael Sussman had a text message saying that he's coming on his own, not on behalf of the Clinton campaign, yet he was billing the Clinton campaign and obviously lying to James Baker at the Federal Bureau of Investigation. The reason I'm bringing this up, John Durham has already won Politico, and I don't have Twitter. But you can look on Twitter. People are saying, "Oh my God, you know what? They found nothing, and Durham is still undermining the legitimate work of the Mueller probe special counsel, and yet they still found here." Unfortunately, the point of the Durham probe was never to win convictions, but to undermine Mueller's legitimate work and generate countless hours of conservative press coverage. And in that, it was sadly successful. Actual results be, Mueller was not legitimate. The Mueller probe was based on the absurd notion that Trump was installed by the Kremlin, which was a conspiratorial theory furthered by the government. That never happened. Not one Facebook ad swung anyone in 2016. Not one Twitter bot. The ODNI and DHS reports claim moderate to high confidence. Not one person had any shred of evidence that Trump should be investigated because of information obtained by the United States government. It was either Alexander Downer or Joseph Mifsud or foreign intel officials or the Steele dossier or Glenn Simpson or Fusion GPS or Christopher Steele, or Michael Sussman, or Mark Elias, and you have this entire universe, or James Comey, or Andrew McCabe, or Peter Strzok. Andrew McCabe given money by Democrats in Virginia. Peter Strzok saying we'll stop Trump. There was no legitimate Mueller probe. The Mueller probe found absolutely nothing. Nobody was indicted or convicted or charged or ever accused of actually working with a foreign intelligence official. That's why Julian Assange should be free. The whole narrative is that he was able to publish information obtained by another country. Nobody obtained anything. Another country had nothing to do with 2016. Okay, they blame everything on the Kremlin. Why wasn't anyone indicted on working with a foreign intelligence official? Why? Answer that question. The Mueller probe found nothing. They indicted people because that was a public relations stunt. Kevin Kleinsmith, Durham is 1-1. Kevin Kleinsmith already pled guilty to falsifying information. So you're not going to, I've since 2016 said, look, top secret intelligence on private servers. Initially, I thought Clinton was going to get indicted because I thought the FBI was actually, at that point, I was so far left, I thought the Bureau was apolitical. They covered it up. There was top secret intelligence on private servers running outside of the United States government. Comey, Strzok, McCabe, Clapper, the average journalist at the Washington Post don't know how that top secret intelligence was able to be transferred or migrated onto those servers. And you're talking to somebody, by the way, who wants now a Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump 2024 or Clinton DeSantis 2024. So believe me, we're living in 2016. I want a redo of 2016. I want a rematch because we have to have that rematch for a number of reasons. But, ladies and gentlemen, Rome wasn't built in a day. What did you expect? Rome wasn't built in a day, my God almighty. And, you look at the economy, inflation, rising gas prices, geopolitical nightmare throughout the world, GDP, negative GDP. We're going into a recession with interest rates going up. We'll hit subscribe to the Stock Market Crash channel. I told you all of this. I said that was going to take place in September of 2021. I said the market was going to crash. It crashed. In September of 2021, I said Bitcoin and crypto, they were all going to crash, and the crypto world has crashed. Bitcoin is going to get to 10,000 or below. Go to the Stock Market Crash channel right after this. It's below in the pinned comment, and go to the Bitcoin Crash to 10,000 or below channel. If you want to support, and that's right below in the pinned comment. If you want to support my work, my Patreon is below. So to my new Patreons, thank you. I will have a live stream tonight at around 8 p.m., 9 p.m. So be here for the live stream at around 8 p.m. or 9 p.m., ladies and gentlemen. We have an amazing live stream this morning. Definitely be here for the live stream tonight. And Rome wasn't built in a day. Like, what do you expect? Democrats had a conspiratorial theory based on nothing. They indicted nobody for working alongside intelligence officials. The Mueller probe was started from Comey's ridiculous memos. Oh, he asked for loyalty. Everyone gives loyalty and allegiance to Clinton, President Obama. Mashed potato brains, we don't know, but the people advising mashed potato brains get ultimate loyalty, okay? Or he gets ultimate loyalty. Democrats, if you don't give allegiance to Democrats, you will then be accused of being a bigoted Russian operative who is undermining democracy and is a Trumper. And so and Democratic voters run on groupthink and peer pressure. The only reason they vote the only reason a lot of people vote Democrat is they'll lose friends and family. Friends and family will disown them if they actually vote for Trump. A lot of people on the left don't really think Trump is that big of a problem, but they're surrounded by people who are obsessed with Trump, who think that he should have been investigated. The Durham probe, based on nonsense, the Durham probe special counsel, at least, were finding out that there was a widespread apparatus of people conspiring against the United States government. 18 U.S. Code 371 should be the next statute that he utilizes to indict people. These people broke 18 U.S. Code 371. It's not difficult. It's actually a lot easier to indict based on 18 U.S. Code 371 than prosecute Sussman on lying, because everyone was lying and nobody believed James Baker or the Bureau or the government. Nobody believed anyone that said that they were duped by Michael Sussman, who actually did lie. Because the whole thing is like, they actually set up and framed Trump. There's a reason for the Durham probe. There's no reason for the Mueller probe. There was no reason. It was called retribution. Trump defeated Clinton, and they wanted retribution. So they got James Clapper and Brennan. We think that another country infiltrated the DNC. Why? To inform everyone that Bernie Sanders was cheated. Yes, Bernie Sanders being cheated is the reason another country infiltrated our democracy. Cheating Bernie Sanders within your own primary, where you can't even have a functioning primary, is an example of democracy being undermined. That's an example of democracy being undermined, not learning about it. The notion that another country would hack into the DNC, but not Clinton's servers with SAP intel and Central Intelligence intel and National Security intel and all this classified data, is a notion that only an imbecile would believe. But then again, you have half the electorate who believe conspiratorial theories. That's the left. That's the Democratic Party. Maybe not everybody on the left. There's not everybody on the left. There are a lot of progressives who understand what's going on. But you have liberal Democrats who are ignorant. They know nothing about the Durham probe special counsel. They really don't know much about the Mueller probe. They think Mueller's work was legitimate because they had government officials siding with them. And when John Brennan was asked in Congress, did he have evidence? He goes, I don't do evidence, I do intelligence. James Clapper, with Chuck Todd in 2017, said, I don't have any evidence that Trump worked with a foreign country. They still investigated because they had all of media, all of social media, Hollywood. They had an entire public relations machine, a monstrosity, a system meant to keep Trump out of office. Trump opposes the Lincoln Project. He was fine with leveling tariffs against China. He wanted to do things that Republicans wouldn't do, and so the system is not meant for that. The main thing is his foreign policy was one where he didn't want enemies. He didn't want grandiose adversaries and enemies. And that is not something that the corrupt system we have can allow. They're good with Mitt Romney. They're good with Clinton. They're good with mashed potato brains Biden. They're good with Paul Ryan. They're just fine with Adam Kinzinger and Liz Cheney. They love the never-ending counterinsurgency conflicts and military endeavors and regime changes. They're fine with that. Trump comes in. He's like, I want to focus on the economy. Nope, can't do that. Can't do that. You're a bad person. You're mean. You say mean things. And everything bad that happens even within mashed potato brain Biden's administration is your fault. And you know what? It's every lie they told about Trump. Nobody has lied more. Every article written was, according to current and former U.S. officials. No gossip about mashed potato brains Biden. When's the last time you read an article about our current president that was sourced from an anonymous current and former U.S. official or somebody who didn't want to be named. It's not happening. With Trump, it was every single day. Trump passed classified data. How do we know? Somebody told us. Somebody told a journalist. Oh, Trump did this. How do we know? Somebody told a journalist. Oh, Trump meant this. He said that both sides. Well, how do we know? The transcript actually, like the speech that he, like the actual words he used stated, we must condemn. Those people should be condemned. He was talking about conservatives who want statues up. No. The apoplectic, hysterical, wonderful, highly educated journalist said, no, he meant that. He meant that. He was whistling subliminally to these people. He never got a break from media. And nobody lied more than media. And they're still doing it now. And like 80 to 90% of the stories you heard about Trump, oh, he cleared Lafayette Square, he passed classified data, all lies. Oh, Trump Jr. Got word that, emails were going to be lies. None of this was true. They had to retract, 20, 30 stories, something like that. Or update them. And you've had now, like, young people sue the Washington Post and win. CNN a couple years back, 3 of its employees were fired. And then you're finding out producers at CNN are engaging in the most insidious, evil, despicable things. Then they're arrested. And you have people who push this hoax, this absurd nonsense, that Trump was installed by the Kremlin, and now a special counsel to actually find out, well, how did this happen? Because Trump was never installed by anyone. He defeated Clinton. Fair and square. And so now every operative, every third-party tech firm, like the third-party tech firm that said the DNC was hacked, those servers were never looked at by the United States government. So it's the Democrats who believe in the most conspiratorial fantasies, like nonsense. They can't even debate any of this because they don't know much. They don't know most of it. If you ask them those questions, they'll say, "Oh, I don't care. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Everybody knows. Anyway, hit subscribe to this channel right now. Be here tonight at 8 p.m. Pacific, and go to the stock market crash channel and the Bitcoin crash to 10,000 or below channel right now.